All right. Okay, everybody, what's popping? What's dropping? This your boy, live and direct in absolute full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how I do. I'm here with my co-host, my boy Craig Smith out the 662. Y'all already know how he do, man. You know, we just in chill mode today. I had an off day. I was supposed to go to Dallas, and my apologies in advance to everybody that expected me there in Dallas. You know, I told everybody I was planning on going to the big fight up there. But hey, things happen. Of course, I've had medical issues. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, that took a lot of my money. So I was like, shit, I had to sit my head down somewhere. So it is what it is when it comes to that. But hey, I hope everybody, from World Breaker Fighting to Black Fight Fan TV, shout out to those guys in the LDBC. Y'all enjoy yourselves over there at the press conference for the Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence fight, and it's man down, man. That's how we going. I'm going for man down. He gonna body that boy, man. And on a side note, also, man, when y'all go out there, man, don't go out there and act no fool. I know it's gonna be some people that's gonna be for Mikey Garcia that don't know nothing about Texas. We do things very differently as Black Fight Fan, or as a host of people say, we do things differently out here in Texas. So if you're trying to come up there with that BS out there, you're gonna meet Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio all in one city. So come on down, have you a good time, get you some Rudy's barbecue out there, which they got a Rudy's out here in Houston, Texas as well. But get you some Rudy's barbecue, you know what I'm saying, and go home. If your guy loses, don't start no ride out there, because you fucking with South Dallas, you fucking with North Dallas, so you bear, and then you got Southside Fort Worth on the other side of you up there in Arlington. So you don't want to go out there and start no stuff in Texas, because especially when you're on Texas turf, you're not in LA, you're not in Arizona, you're not there. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But World Breaker Fighting, guys like Blue Bud Sports TV, Black Fight Fan TV, and a host of everybody who's from the LDBC who's coming down for the big event. It's already 40,000 people. Tickets already sold for the fight. It's subject to Break Canelo versus Liam Smith fight. So it could go up to 60,000, which where the projection is right now. But it is 40,000 tickets sold. The tickets are very reasonable. If you're in the Dallas metropolitan area, Arlington, Grapevine, you know what I'm saying, Duncansville, all those other good cities, go up there and support your boy, support your Dallas, Texas, better, also known as DeSoto, Texas. He's from the DeSoto area of the Dallas area. But go up there and support your boy real fast. And man, just get your little ticket. If you got $60 for good luck, go up there and support the boy. If you got about 100, the tickets is very reasonable, and that's what pisses me off. The tickets were, I had opportunity to go up there in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Could have, secured my hotel, but it is what it is. But anyway, man, enough of that. What's popping and what's dropping in sports, brother Craig Smith?
Man, not much, y'all. What's going on, peoples? Man, it's been a lot of stuff popping and dropping in sports. It's NFL free agency. Shit. I mean, Le'Veon Bell, he signed with the Jets for 4 years. 4 years, $52 million with $35 million guaranteed. The Giants, which still is a head scratcher to some people. But I also forgot to report on the Sport Talk group, Jimmy, that the Jets turned around and signed Golden Tate to a 4-year contract. For a 4-year contract with 4 years, $37.5 million, and he getting $23 million up front. So I kind of, in a way, I really don't understand the Giants move. But like you had talked about on the Sport Talk and Entertainment group of Facebook, Cleveland's offense would be a little bit better. Because you got fucking Baker Mayfield, and then you got the LSU reunion of Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. So, but the only thing I see what they need to do, and then they got a running game, and they got a running game with all-purpose running game and catching game with Kareem Hunt. But the NFL has finally, it was just announced on Fox Sports 1 that NFL is going to suspend Kareem Hunt for the first 8 games. So Sorry, Cleveland fans. Your host was Dash right then and there. So I hope the new coach, Freddie Kitchens, has a backup plan in place till Kareem Hunt get back. And like you said on your last drop live stream about Kareem Hunt, that was some fuck shit on not only the KFC organization part, but the NFL's part. And the NFL is always finding ways to try to fuck screwing over the pooch with these teams because they should have. And to me, I felt they should have just suspended Kareem Hunt for 3 games, but 8 games is too fucking long. 8 games with no pay, that's too fucking long, dog. I mean, because
my personal opinion is the dude should not have gotten suspended to begin with because the shit was clearly not his fault. He told the bitch to go on about his business. We got to stop, you know what I'm saying, suspending people, period, for shit that's not their fault. These guys are out here having a good time. You got a female that's really disorderly, and you're punishing the guy that you shouldn't be punishing. That needs to stop. And that's the reason why I wasn't fucking with the NFL outside of the Colin Kaepernick situation, was because shit like that. We got to stop taking punishments for shit that has nothing to do with the game and shit like that. People should not have to be subject to a violation of their rights. We told you to get the fuck out of our house by law in all 50 states. If I tell you to get the fuck off my property, you got to get the fuck off my goddamn property. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no state that says you got to stay on my property if I tell you to get the fuck off. There's not a state in the union. Get the fuck off my property, because if it was at another place, and if it was the other way around, if that was the black female, you know what I'm saying, and he just so happened to haul off and slap her, there would not be nothing said. But the fact that she's a white girl involved, is there Southern Belle involved, for lack of a better term, it's we're gonna suspend you. You didn't do this. You didn't do protocol. And stop making that fucking excuse. The woman was wrong. Bar none. The guy was not wrong. Kareem Hunt was not wrong at all. Kareem Hunt was not wrong. The woman was wrong. She shouldn't have been.
And what made it so bad where he was living, that they even said that she was in the wrong too. Even the people that own the building, that own where he lived at, said that she was in the wrong. That she was in the wrong. They even told her to get off the property. So how the fuck you gonna go by? Because it's like and Jimmy now in this world, 2 isn't better than 1, because when you got 2 people saying, not only just Kareem Hunt, but the people where he was living that were saying that the girl was in the wrong, she didn't follow instructions, told him what she had to do. What the fuck, But like you said, he shouldn't have got suspended to begin with, man. I was like, now that's fucked up.
Yeah, he shouldn't have got suspended to begin with, because the thing was, the woman was clearly in the wrong. That's a violation of the person's property, and it is what it is. They should not have suspended the guy. If Roger Goodell is going to continue to go with this suspension, there needs to be lawsuits out there. And I don't give a fuck about what the Players Association, the players in the NFL need to come together. If this continues to happen, every black player need to come together and start and get this dude up out of here. If enough people run their mouth about certain situations, the problem is you got weak ass people within the Players Association. You got some tap dancing, eyes bucking, Sambo shuffling, goddamn
Smith,
Gregory Hines dancing ass, Sammy Davis Jr. Bronco Billy buck dancing bitch ass Negroes in the motherfucking Players Association, and that shit needs to stop. That the Players Association, especially black NFL players, need to get together and limit the power that this dude have. You are allowing Roger Goodell to exercise his nuts too goddamn much. Paul Tagliabue was on some fuck shit, but at least he gave guys the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
His premises mentality. If enough players come together and shut this shit down, you know what I'm saying, a lot of this shit will stop. But it keeps on happening. It happened with Ezekiel Elliott, which he should have never got suspended to begin with, because there's documentations with the white woman that was involved in the situation, telling the guy, well, they're gonna believe me because I'm white. And both the county that sits on Columbus, Ohio, and the head of police in Columbus, Ohio, came together and said Ezekiel Elliott should not have been suspended, and Roger Goodell to suspend this guy. That shows you, if you don't see the racism in that, I don't know what the fuck is. So
yeah, and it's bad that the police up there that said that they're white, and that's bad. They called Roger Goodell out on the racism, and they said even the judge was pissed because in this day and age, a judge's decision in the courtroom is fucking final. I don't give a fuck if you Adam Silver or the NHL hockey commissioner or who's the commissioner of MLB. It ain't Bud Selig no more, is it? I don't know, but I'll just say Bud Selig right now, if he still is MLB commissioner, right? I think they got a new one. I don't give a fuck if you all them damn commissioners. If the judge fucking tell you what she think, he or she think, and what she say, if she say that there's no right for you to suspend this man because I order it, you do it. You do what the judge tell you. You just gonna say, "Oh well, fuck the judge." Fuck the judge. I'm Roger Goodell. Here I am. I don't even know what a whoop. I had to ask people what is a whipping is when Adrian Peterson whooped his son. I had to suspend him for whipping his child and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. Judge can't tell me what to do. I'm Roger Goodell. I'm a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, and it was fucked up because with the Adrian Peterson situation. And by the way, I actually work with Adrian Peterson's cousin, the town he from, because I actually asked my coworker, I'm like, you know anything about Adrian Peterson? He's like, yeah, that's my cousin. And the part of Texas he's from, the part of Texas he's from, it's a small town. It's a small town north of Houston. It's not in the Houston metropolitan area because it's not even within a certain amount of square miles, but the town he's from is very small and everybody knows each other. So I kind of figured he probably most likely related or close friends with them. So, you know, I do work with his cousin out here. But speaking of Adrian Peterson, I knew when he got Rustin Hardin out here, who represented probably some of your most famous people out of all time, and who's a billionaire lawyer out here, one of the two billionaire lawyers, one of the two billionaire lawyers out here. But when he got Rustin Hardin, I kind of like, no, the judges like Rustin Hardin, so they're not going too much fool with him. So, you know, he got a slap on the wrist, which was a good thing. You know, they reduced the charges and stuff like that. But it was really
that made me stop. But here's the thing: it's bad during that time. I don't mean to blab about AGP's business. It's like this, you know, whatever agent do, that's his business. But anytime when his dad told this man, said that he told agent, look, you need to stop having, you need to stop sleeping with every woman you be on the road with. For real. I mean, and Pop's telling him right, man, because he said, shit, he said, I told Agent, he said, Agent, I didn't raise you to be like that. Yeah. Agent probably got about like what, 8 damn different kids somewhere and shit. Like, goddamn, dude.
I'm sorry, hold on. Sorry about the background noise. I was not trying to do that. But that's the Wooddale versus Brainerd game. I'm looking. I try to keep it on mute and stuff like that. But they look like they're going to go to the state title. Let me look up Adrian Peterson's kids real quick because you might be on to something. I think he got multiple.
He's married right now.
Adrian Peterson's kids. I'm Google searching it right now.
And I know, man, shit. Randy Moss, he got multitude shit.
Yeah, he up there. According to Wikipedia, he has at least 4. According to Wikipedia, I did a Google search. He has at least 4. His spouse is Miss Ashley Brown. Didn't one of his kids get killed? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so
one of his kids got killed by his baby mama's boyfriend or some shit.
Up in Minnesota somewhere?
I believe so. Yep.
Let me go.
So it would have, he would have had 5, but yeah, he was 2 years old at the time. The little boy was like 2 years old at the time.
Oh, okay. According to Wikipedia, it says he has 6 children, so that would have made 7. So yeah, you're close. You're right on it. So yeah, these dudes, yeah, he's currently has 7. So
shit. Stop having all these motherfucking kids. God damn it. Yeah, you got money. That go to anybody. Cause hold on, cause I'm gonna talk about this shit in relationship thing in a while when Jimmy and I get to talk about the sports thing. But here's a subtle part of this shit. If you get ready to hit the big time, young men, whether whatever sport you in, whether you're in baseball, football, or whatever, look, if you're on the road, put that motherfucking raincoat on. Just because you feel just because you think you got that point in the right comma, and the point is in the place where the decimal point is in the right place, and the comma's in the right place in your bank account, does not necessarily mean you can go to your heart's content and make all these motherfucking babies. You ain't Antonio Cromartie. Antonio Cromartie got motherfucking 11 goddamn kids dating back to when this motherfucker was a junior in high school. So what that tell you?
Exactly, dude. And
you know, and it's bad that it's three of them. He said two or three of them he didn't know the names of. So what kind of person that take? You know, Agent Peace. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't finally wisen up and settle the fuck down. You know, got six, but you got six goddamn. You got six. No, not goddamn. I apologize. 6 fucking damn kids. You got 6 kids. Come on, dude. If you're gonna have at least 4 or 6 kids, be like Phillip Rivers. Goddamn it, have it by one woman. Phillip Rivers got 8. Phillip Rivers got 9 right now.
Yeah, but like I say, he has it by one woman. So that's a little different situation with him because it's not going out to multiple different women. And let me look up Adrian Peterson's net worth as well as we talk.
Because he just signed a 2-year extension with Washington.
But I need to know his net worth because his net worth.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying he just signed a 2-year deal with Washington, and here's some irony. Fucking Case Keenum got traded to the Redskins. So you knew I said that was gonna be. I said months ago that was gonna happen. I said I wouldn't be surprised Case Keenum go to the Redskins, and if he cut up with the Redskins, Minnesota gonna feel stupid.
Yeah.
Because, man, I'm still not sold on, as Skip Bayless like to call him, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Because he said I hope Minnesota doesn't fall for that fool's gold. He said, because what you see in Kirk Cousins is what you get. And I'll be damned, he was right. Because the man, Kirk Cousins gonna tell the white dude, Thielen, the wide receiver, how to run a fucking route. Man, Thielen told him, man, you better get the fuck out of my face. You don't tell them quarterback how to throw a route. You saw the man wide open, but you gonna throw to the sideline. Yeah. So I feel sorry for Minnesota. Hey, you get what you pay for. Yeah, you spend $84 million on a junky ass quarterback that doesn't even have a winning record. He couldn't even beat. And this dude couldn't even beat the Cowboys' worst team.
And the crazy thing about it was the only reason why he even got the position was because of RG3 got hurt. Take away RG3's injury, he doesn't even play. That's the reality fact.
And then and also another reality, Mike Shanahan. He didn't even want neither one. He didn't want Kirk Cousins nor RG3. He wanted Ryan Tannehill.
Which Ryan Tannehill ain't doing no better. Let's just keep that $110.
And then they were saying that Teddy Bridgewater turned the Dolphins down because he was saying he didn't like how everything sounded good. But from what I'm understanding, everything was sounding good to him. He said, but something that rubbed him the wrong way with Brian Flores. That's Miami's new coach. He a black guy.
Yeah.
Brian Flores rubbed him the wrong way. Well, when you coming from New England, I'm saying this. When you come from any of the New England Patriots staff, you be expecting that because, hell, they don't know any better.
Yeah, they be trying to do the good old boys shit that they be trying to be on that good old boy shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not issue with a lot of the staff members and stuff like that, which I think if Josh McDaniels ever get a head coaching gig again, he's probably gonna get it right this time.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's gonna get it right this time. So I think he's doing the right thing by just staying in that offensive coordinator position because he had it good. He got it good now. So come on, dang it. Steve, stop showing that goddamn commercial. Sorry about the background noise. Let me check this guy's thing. But yeah, man. Man. That would have been a dumb move. That would have been even a worse move because they probably wouldn't have went nowhere with Brian Tannehill to begin with. You know,
True.
RG3 gave you something special up until you got him hurt. Had he not gotten hurt, RG3 would probably be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. That injury played a major factor because, you know, his speed was the thing that got him because he was a Big 12 champion in track and field. And,
yep.
You know, his 40 time is deceptive. He ran a 4.3 in the 40, but, trying to catch this dude in the open field is a bitch in a hose. You know what I'm saying? Because that track and field speed carries over in football. So, I mean, and then he had the ability to throw the ball as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think Shanahan fucked up with RG3.
Yeah, and then I think he no longer played for the Redskins. The tight end Chris Cooley, because Chris Cooley said it's something about guys like, and he made I'm put it like this. He slick made a racist comment on his podcast, and Brian Orakpo was on the team at that time. Brian Orakpo said, man, when I see Chris Cooley, he said, if Chris ever brings his ass back on the field, he's going to knock him on his ass. Because Chris Cooley said some more fuck. It was a little fuck racist comment, man. And then made it so bad, one of the white teammates on Washington Eagles was like, I want to win as far as a slick say, in a subtle, it was a subtle shot to RG3. As far as his color goes. So then, Chris Cooley, he didn't, he was supposed to apologize for what he said, so he didn't. So, and that's why he in the predicament his ass in now. Motherfucker got his own radio show or his own podcast or whatnot. But he did publicly say that something about Shanahan didn't want somebody like an RG3. He said because people like he took a racist shot at how black quarterbacks what black quarterbacks are supposed to do.
Exactly. That's the reason why I respected Nick Wright's position on talking about on bringing the situation up. Yeah, thank you, Marcus Johnson in the chat room. He said he was rushed, and I've been saying this for years about black quarterbacks. Me and my brother. My shit goes all the way back to 1998. I've been telling people, my high school teammates as well as others, black quarterbacks have been mistreated. If you want to see how black quarterbacks got mistreated, look at how Warren Moon was mistreated. How they
he talking, man. Warren talks about that in depth. Even when even some folks say, "Well, Warren, I know you don't like talking about it." He's like, "No, I do." He said because he said at a symposium with all the quarterbacks. He even tell the white quarterbacks that's mobile. He had it rough, man. He talked about it on the Football Life. Warren Moon, look it up on YouTube, y'all. He talked about it in depth. He said, man, he went through straight up hell.
Yeah, and not just that, he had offensive linemen that straight up intentionally let him get sacked as well. That shit happened a lot. They intentionally let people hit him and shit like that.
But he said the one dude that saved him, what was that? When he went to Houston, Matthews.
Yeah.
Was it Bruce Matthews? When Bruce and a couple other guys got on the team, and some of the linemen was about to let the same shit happen. Bruce Matthews stepped up and said, fuck around, let our quarterback get hurt because what he is. He said, I'm hurting your ass. He said, no, you ain't gonna do our quarterback like that. Psh.
Yeah.
And Warren was less sacked. All them years, Warren was. Hey, he even had a good ass offensive line when he went to the Vikings. And I'm gonna tell you one reason why. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I think Minnesota Vikings Warren Moon was better than Houston Oilers Warren Moon, and here was the real reason. Dennis, I'm not saying it because Dennis Green was a black coach. Dennis Green gave this man had, you know, he had offense, make sure he had offensive line, he had running back, and Moon had the wide receivers. He let Warren Moon be Warren Moon.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Dennis Green's offense, but he gave Dennis Green gave him the keys to that offense. He said, if you see something you don't like, hey, feel free to change it. He said, if you don't see it, but I see it, he said, I'm gonna tell you on that headset. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what he said, I'm gonna tell you on that headset.
And Marcus Johnson in the chat room said Warren Moon would have broken all the NFL records had the circumstances been kosher. And that's totally true because
man, hey, I gotta agree with Marcus on that. I have to. Hell yeah. He was on pace.
Because the thing is, when he retired from the NFL, he had the most passing yards of any quarterback in the North American market up until Brett Favre broke that record. What Brett Favre broken was the North American record of Warren Moon. So, because when he went to the CFL, he was throwing that bitch like it wasn't shit at the CFL. He won straight Grey Cups in the CFL, and then
with the Edmonton
Eskimos, I think it is.
Edmonton Eskimo, yep. I mean, because see, CFL, and if you ever have a chance to watch a CFL game, and Marcus, you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that sentiment on that chat comment, because I'm unable to look at. I'll be able to look at them when the YouTube video gets final. If you ever, you got to think NFL offense. And when you look at Canada's when Canada started running the offense, watch a CFL game. Find any current CFL game from this past season, and you're gonna see how Canada runs their offense. It's basically 85-15. 85% passing, 15% running.
Yeah.
That's what most of the NFL got their offense from. When you look at it. And then really. Whereas NFL, you can get the motion one player out, all the receivers start motion, get in position of what route they're gonna run before the quarterback say hi. That's what they do in the CFL.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand, and I know Jimmy and I, we did say we weren't gonna talk about this dude anymore. I don't understand how a guy like Johnny Manziel couldn't excel in that shit. I mean, the CFL was really fucking tailor made for somebody like him. Hell, RG, man, can you imagine RG3 if RG3 were to go there right now? Oh my God! Enough said.
And I'll tell you something though, they're also more friendly toward black quarterbacks as well in the CFL.
They are,
because look at Damon Allen, who is Marcus Allen's younger brother. He set records. You know, with the way their offensive system works, he set records in the CFL because of the friendliness to black quarterbacks. They let them do what they do. Whereas,
because see, and here's the thing: up in Canada, there are no, you know, I looked up a video on YouTube of how blacks are treated in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
They're treated entirely different. They're treated like they're people. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as racial prejudice. Every now and then, if you go in the hood somewhere, you're gonna see more whites and blacks in the hood of places like Toronto and Montreal and all that. But one dude said, let a white guy come in the neighborhood and call a person a nigga in Canada. You got your ass whooped by all of them. Bro, shit. They said the white boys whoop your ass will whoop somebody's ass for calling somebody nigga. You don't do no shit like that.
Yeah, you have racial issues, but it's not as blatant as the United States is. But yeah, you do have situations where you do have harmony like that.
Right.
Because one of your largest KKK membership is in Canada. Let's not get it twisted. But
yeah, true.
You do have harmony, racial harmony out there better than in Canada than you do in the United States as well. They get treated a lot better. You can walk on the streets. You don't have to deal with police brutality at the rate that you're dealing with it now in Canada as you would in the United States. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot better out there. I will say that because, you know, when Bill Clinton passed that bullshit law, where Haitian couldn't come over like that, Canada was like, come on, You know, when that Taylor guy got ran out of office and Bill Clinton had to put him right back in office, a lot of people went to Canada as opposed to Canada was like, hey, come on down. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, if you need somewhere to stay, come on down. We'll give you housing, we'll give you jobs and all that other good shit. Whereas the United States, and a lot of people don't remember this, that was some of the racist policies that Bill Clinton had. You know what I'm saying? Whereas he wasn't allowing people from Haiti to come like that. You know, the Coast Guard would send them right back, but if they got to Canada, they were able to come. So that's a, you know, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I agree with Marcus on that statement, man. Warren Moon would have set a lot of motherfucking records for the NFL. You know.
Oh yeah.
He would have said a lot. And I still say, Jimmy, if you haven't had a chance to look up a football like the 1993 Oilers. When you had said that team had the capability of going to the Super Bowl, they were picked to go to the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
But they let all, you know, even all the guys that was all on that team, they were talking. Because it said that, you know, Warren Moon has said, you know, he said he had high hopes for that season, said, but all them dudes was, you know, motherfuckers was getting arrested and all this shit and showing up drunk. He had said he had lost his spirit for that season, man, but he still played though. He said he was more disappointed with them that year than anybody.
Yeah, and then Bud Adams didn't help the situation. He basically led the fans astray by releasing all the players on that team, similar to what he did with the Tennessee Titans when they made it to the Super Bowl. When they made it to the Super Bowl, he released half the team that got them there. That was the crazy thing about it. And shout out to Marcus Johnson. He said Johnny Manziel is his own worst enemy, which we mentioned.
We said that. We said that.
We actually
emphasize on the words "own worst enemy." That's the emphasis on that because Jimmy and I, we have voiced our displeasure and our disappointment in Johnny Manziel.
Exactly. I clown every chance I get because first of all, the kid has a shitload of talent. He's a good quarterback. He's not a terrible quarterback. The problem is he's self-destructive. He's self-destructive. So
his football IQ is fucking amazing though. I mean, because like I said, if you looked at what he did against Alabama, that was, you know, that shit. Yeah, that was all Cliff Kingsbury right there and Kevin Sumlin. He destroyed that. He destroyed Alabama in that first game. But like I said, the problems really started for him in that second season, thanks to fucking ESPN for hyping this man up. So, and you know, we voiced our displeasure for ESPN and don't want to get into them. Well, we probably will in a minute, but you know, he's his own worst enemy. But man, conference tournament time though, bro. How you feeling after your boys got beat the other night? Gonzaga.
Oh, they're still a number one seed. You can't really go by. They're still a number one seed. I can't really take their number one seed from them because they beat some of the best teams. The two losses they have is good losses.
Yeah. Joe Lunardi said them getting beat by St. Mary. He said that's a good loss. That's considered a good loss. So they still are number one.
Yeah.
I'm telling everybody this. Don't put your money on Virginia because they're number one seed again. And Jimmy, they scored some points yesterday.
Yeah, about time.
They're finally learning how to score.
Yeah, scored it. Yeah.
I can't believe it. They're finally learning how to score, Jimmy.
Finally.
Finally, they learned how to score some damn points. So that's good for them. But how long this act gonna last, I don't know. Because the old saying go, Virginia is that fool us once, shame on you. Fool us twice, shame on me, shame on us.
Yeah. And
that's Virginia. They're going to be, Virginia's going to be what they're going to be. I just hope that and I really get sick and tired of the committee doing this shit. Now, your other team and my team, North Carolina, they're locked at the number one regardless. They better not put Kentucky in the same fucking bracket again.
Yeah.
Because they did that shit last year and then the year before. I'm like, bro, somebody in that committee somebody in that committee must got a hard on for Kentucky and North Carolina.
And
being in the same bracket.
I also want to go back to the viewer question. He said Trent Richardson is mentally done and he had talent. And by the way, he's in the double AF, by the way.
Playing for Birmingham.
Yes, and he also he mentioned the Tar Heels can take it. His Tar Heel, so he's a Tar Heel fan.
I agree,
man. Shout out to your brother, man, and make sure if you ain't already subscribe too, man. You know, if you want to come on here, man, and you ain't trolling, you welcome on here as well, man. Just don't troll the chat. Yeah. That's all I'm asking. You know what I'm saying?
Don't troll the chat because we'll troll you.
Yeah, we're the kings of it too, my brother. But I'm glad he's active. But he said the Tar Heels can take it. The Tar Heels not only can take the ACC championship, they could possibly go all the way in the tournament as well. That's the sleeper team in the NCAA.
Yeah, and depending on where they're seated, that's all it's saying. Because Lil Nutty right now, he has Tennessee and LSU as a number 2. I can see LSU as a number 2. And then, by the way, Will Wade kind of need to watch himself.
I agree.
I'm gonna tell you why. Even though he did say that he wants to stay coaching at LSU, and I voiced my opinion about that. I mean, if I were LSU, I'd give him a second chance. But they tell him until he denies any wrongdoing, we may consider it. You're gonna have to watch yourself on that because I forgot who it was. Well, let me see if y'all remember this. 8 years ago, a former coach up there, Rocky Top, had admitted about sending a text to a recruit. His team basically quit on him because his team had basically quit on him being the bitches that they were. And then right after they got blew out in the second round by Michigan, they let him go. That coach was Bruce Pearl for Tennessee.
And let me say this.
But hold up. Mm-hmm. He admitted it. He didn't sugarcoat it. He admitted. He didn't lie. That's one thing I like about Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl don't lie about nothing. He don't sugarcoat about nothing.
But here's the thing. That Bruce Pearl cost him a lot. Now with Barnes, I like Barnes. Rick Barnes it was a good pickup because he's doing a better job recruiting in-state than Bruce Pearl. Even though Bruce Pearl got some badass boys from Tennessee, but he lost some key guys to Florida. You know, with Corey Brewer and Humphreys, and he lost Andre Powell, who won the national title with them, but he got kicked off the team the next day. You know what I'm saying? After the national title for selling dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and he was going to be the starting point guard for the Florida Gators, and probably the league with the offensive system. He would have had the keys to the offensive system. Could have possibly got them into another Final Four with the talent he had. You know, which I could never get Andre fucking up like that. Andre was on the bench getting the ring, about to be the starting point guard for the fucking Gators. But anyway, but with Bruce Pearl, that situation was the same reason why Kelvin Sampson got banned for a host of years. The same text message that Kelvin Sampson sent to this kid at Indiana was the same thing that text message that got Bruce Pearl about the game. And he did his time, you know, as well. Bruce Pearl did his time and Kelvin Sampson did his time. You know?
And then really what it was, and it all fell on the athletic director, Mike Hamilton, if that's his name, because they said Hamilton wasn't about shit anyway. Hamilton wanted to let Pearl go because they said it was talks. He really didn't want Bruce Pearl. He wanted some guy. He wanted the dude that replaced Bruce Pearl. I don't know. It wasn't Quanzo Martin. It was somebody else. He really wanted that dude at first.
And what was so fucked up about the UT athletic was Quanzo Martin got them to the Sweet 16, and they damn near made the Elite Eight. And there was so much pressure going on to where I felt like the players got distracted, and it hadn't been so many distractions. He probably would have got to the Elite Eight and possibly the Final Four. But Quanzo Martin got a lifeline. You know, I don't know how he's doing at California. I'm assuming he's not doing too well, but
he's in Missouri, and they lost last night, so they went 15-17.
But the people was yelling about fire him, and then he took him far in the NCAA tournament, and he left him out to the University of California, and the Tennessee athletic department is going to have to do a better job with the basketball program, because you got a sitting gold mine. Tennessee has history in basketball. You had Dale Ellis, who at the time of his retirement, he was the NBA's leading three-point shooter before.
He was at the Auburn game last week.
Yeah, before Reggie Miller broke it, and you know, currently it's Ray Allen. But I say within the next 2 seasons, maybe 3, Curry's going to probably either break it or be right at the breaking point, and probably going to shatter it. So it's going to be that, you know, Curry going to probably shatter it to where it's damn near impossible for you to catch it, damn near, because
true.
He
doing that now. Shit.
He's averaged about 5 threes a game from what I'm seeing. I mean, my stats could be off, but he averaged damn near 5 threes, if not probably every other game. So at the pace he's going to probably shatter it to shatter it so far. It's going to be hard to catch it, you know. And records are maybe broken, but the way this motherfucker shoot, that's going to be hard, dude. 400 threes. Had 300 threes twice in the season. The only man to have 400 threes, James Harden, a week ago, became the second man to have 300 threes. I don't know if he's going to catch 400 this year, because that's going to be real hard. But the way Curry be shooting, that's going to be hard to catch.
What? When Curry's shot, he ain't no just grab it and throw it. It's a set shot, and when you look at how he shoots and how Dale shoots his pops, same stroke. But the only advantage that Dale got over his son was Dale knew how to play some D.
Yeah, and the thing is, with Curry's crossover, he's got an Allen Iverson-like crossover with probably a Chris Jackson / Abdul Rauf's shot to go along with that 3. He reminds me a lot of Abdul Rauf at LSU. He reminds me a lot of that, because he used to bust that 3-pointer just like that.
Hey, if none of y'all have watched the Big 3 League on Fox Sports 1, Mahmoud Rauf still got it. He pushing dude. He probably 50 right now. Either he'll be 50 or 51 this year. He still got it, dog. Because when he did that damn crossover, and my ex-wife at the time, we was watching the Big 3 ball game, and she wasn't much into basketball, but when she saw Mahmoud Rauf do that crossover, she said, made him sit down to think. Yeah, Mahmoud Rauf still got it, man. He still got that good old shot.
People say AI invented the ankle breakers, but shit. Abdul Rauf was breaking niggas' ankles at LSU, nigga. He was breaking niggas' ankles at back in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Because like he was like the first dude out of Mississippi to become a McDonald's All-American out of high school. Because he was an All-American, and they didn't know Mississippi had basketball players. But shit, y'all motherfuckers ain't been up to North Mississippi either, nigga. But they
got him. Jackson, was it Jackson? Really? I remember with the hype, Jackson Dunbar or something like that.
Andy Kennedy came out of Mississippi because they were like the first 2 guys to become a McDonald's All-American out of the state of Mississippi.
Wait a minute, drunk ass Andy Kennedy?
Andy Kennedy is from Mississippi. He went to UAB.
Damn.
Yeah, he's from Mississippi. Yeah. They were the first 2 guys to become a McDonald's All-American out of Mississippi. And man, fucking Abdul Rauf was breaking ankles then up in Mississippi. Yeah, I agree with you. Dale Curry morning could have made some noise with Larry. I totally agree with you, Marcus. I totally agree with you on that one, though. But yeah, with Abdul Rauf,
what did he say?
He was saying Dale Curry, Johnson and Mourning and Kendall Gill could have made some noise if Larry didn't exit, and I agree with that. I agree. I mean, I totally
Larry
agree.
did well. I agree too, and shit, they really I think they really got better after Mourning and Larry Johnson left. But when you think about it, Mourning had got into it with the owner.
Yeah.
What's his name? George Shinn. And George Shinn ain't no was. And George Shinn, it was documented, is a straight up racist.
Yeah.
Because he said some things to because Mourning caught wind of him saying some things and shit like that. You know, he said the N-word, he called him, said something about the nigger, talking about some. Yeah, these niggas, he said, yeah, we got all these niggas here with this high pay. These niggas are gonna make me some fucking money. That's what made Mourning leave. And I don't blame Mourning. I've always said I liked Alonzo Mourning, man. One of the more you never heard. And the thing about it is he's in the Hall of Fame, and you never heard a bad thing about Alonzo Mourning. You never heard about this man getting caught drunk. You never heard this man about him beating his wife or anything like that. The only thing you heard kind of sort of bad about him was the way how he had retired from the game, and he had to. Because he was having issues with his kidneys.
Thank you. Marcus Johnson said the exact same thing. Shinn was basically a slave master. He said taskmaster, but I'm paraphrasing what he said, a slave master, basically. But
okay,
with Alonzo Mourning, really the only bad thing outside of what you just said was his association with what's that dude named Rayful Edmond. Who was a big time drug dealer, and John.
Yeah, he talked about that. He talked about that. Because see, one thing. One thing about Zoe, when you said about now that you mentioned, he did talk about that. He didn't say the guy by name because he said protecting identities and stuff. He said when John Thompson recruited me, he said I was dealing with some very bad people.
Yeah.
He said I was on the verge of dealing with some very bad people. And that was true. And like I said, but despite all that, like I said, because the only thing that, that's what you heard earlier, but like later on in Zoe's career, you couldn't say a bad thing about the dude on a personal level.
No, and then he didn't snitch on him because they were going to try to get Zoe to testify against Rayful Edmond. He's like, man, you're not. One of the OGs had to tell him just like he told John Thompson, because John Thompson got in Rayful Edmond's face. But contrary to what people heard about Rayful Edmond, Rayful wasn't as gangster as people made it out to be.
Right.
That was getting the supply from Rayful Edmond was gangster because he saved a few lives in the process. Because Rayful Edmond was one of those D-boys that was about getting that money. He was like, man, as long as nobody don't get killed, we good. But what really got him sent to jail was people going out there in D.C. killing folks.
Mm-hmm.
But John Thompson did the right thing because you don't know how his get down. So he got in Rayful Edmond's face. Rayful Edmond is probably like 5'5", 5'7". Marcus Johnson could probably correct me. So John Thompson is like 6'10". He was like, hey, don't fuck up this dude's life, man. He's not gonna be no Lynn Bias. So you can't
Lynn Bias.
Lynn Bias. So you can't hang out with Zoe like that. And like I said, I respect Zoe because he could have took that dude down. He could have took that dude down, but he was like, no, we're not finna do that. You're not finna do it. OG had to be like, hey, you're not finna do that, man. And told John Thompson the same thing. He was like, no, you can't testify, bro. He was gonna testify, but he was like, I'm talking about John Thompson, but he was like, no, you can't. I'm not finna let you get killed like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Because you can't. Because like I said, Zoe was one of the few players I like, man. Because what bad thing you can say about Zoe is the only thing there wasn't nothing bad to say about him. And like I said, he had to retire from the game because his kidneys and stuff. And he's basically chilling. Yeah, he's chilling. Him and his wife, basically chilling since he got so he chilling now. I think he got his older son and he got an older son to play college ball, but not in Georgetown. He plays somewhere else. Yeah. But I think he got a couple other kids. They're little. I think he got some girls and stuff like that. So, but hey, it wasn't nothing. Not a bad thing you could have said about guys like Zoe and all that shit.
And he was slick strong as hell. That's the thing about it, because he used to compete with Shaq, and dude was slick strong as hell too, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was slick.
He said King Gate. He said, Dad said, Dad. Well, I'm put it like this, and we tell brother Marcus if he's listening to my age, and he probably the same age as me. I don't know.
Yeah, he has to be right around because he talking about a lot of shit that's up there. So he has to be right around.
Okay. I mean, Zoe. I mean, if anytime when Zoe Morning posted up against Hakeem and they pretty even, what they tell you?
Oh yeah.
He destroyed and Shaq. You know how them Pisces are, because they got an ego just about as wide and all in the entire earth. Shaq never to this day won't admit that Hakeem was his toughest opponent to face. Which in reality, he was tough for everybody. I think Zoe was tough for him. Let's just be real. Ain't no thing to it. Zoe was tough for anybody. Zoe was pretty much tough for anybody. And anytime if Zoe was on even with Hakeem and David Robinson, and then Pat Ewing, where Pat Ewing's knees was giving out, that say something, because in that short 99 season, look it up. Zoe Morning was by right the MVP that year. He led the league in scoring. He led the league in rebounds. He led the league in blocks, and he's the first center to lead the league in assist to turnover ratio. Because the one thing that Zoe said he always wanted to work on that John Thompson never let him work on was his passing.
Yeah.
Because he said he studied Hakeem taste for that shit. He's like, how's Hakeem doing it? David was good with the shit, and Zoe got better with his passing. I mean, he really was like call me crazy. He really was a point center, if you want to put it like that, because he knew how to facilitate the ball. If you were open, he was open. He got you. He made sure you got open. Yeah, Zoe was like, don't worry about me. I'm gonna get my points. I'm gonna get these boards. I'm gonna get my blocks. Well, you get this damn ball.
Well, the reason why Thompson probably did not work with him on that, because he had a shitload of talent at Georgetown, because that Elite Eight team back in 1989, they had at least 8 guys to go to the NBA, at least to make it to the NBA. So when you got that kind of talent, you kind of miss what you need to work on with certain guys. You got a 15-player roster, man. So shit, you gotta work with what you gotta work on. So it's like it was probably one of those things right there, because that was a talented group of guys, and they probably should have went to the Final Four with that team, man. They could have. Final Four with that team. Rejection Row with Mutombo and Morning. Oh shit, they could have.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you something. Mm-hmm. Look up Cincinnati against Georgetown from 1992. Man, man, Bob put it on, dog. Yeah. Double teamed the shit out of his ass.
Yeah.
And he said that afterwards, Zoe had to walk up to Bob Huggins and shake his hand. Man, told me, he said, man, you put it on me. He had to make Zoe work for them points, dog, because he was tearing Corey Blunt's ass up.
Oh yeah.
But then when they started putting and then when they came out with that 3-4-2 guard lineup, and then when Zoe got the ball, they would double team him and then block off all his passing lanes or opportunities. That's how they beat Georgetown. Yeah. So amazing shit. Zoe, man, like I said, Zoe was one of the most complete centers that nobody doesn't talk about.
And Marcus in the chat room also was talking about he remembers Zoe and Mutombo when they played UNLV, but they couldn't hold on. Oh yeah, man. I don't think anybody wrong with UNLV, because they perpetually ran up and down the floor. And that's the only team I know that made it look easy to shred the 40 minutes of hell. They made 40 minutes of hell look like 40 minutes to go.
40 minutes of minutes of what the hell, going to hell. But Marcus, let me ask you this. Jimmy and I, we did say we're gonna ask you this, but I'm gonna ask you this buy or sell question here. What was the biggest screw job ever in NCAA tournament history? Duke beating UNLV or your choice? Meaning your choice of a screw job you can remember. Because Jimmy and I both said that Duke team did not have no business beating UNLV. It was supposed to be the rematch of UNLV against Arkansas that year.
No, they shouldn't even. They shouldn't even thought about going to the fucking NCAA tournament though. But they shouldn't even thought about going to the. Well, they shouldn't have thought. Well, I didn't say thought about going to. They shouldn't have thought about going to that championship game because that UNLV team should have went all the way.
Yep.
They should have went all the way, and them running through the Big West. They had a mid-major. They was in a mid-major conference that was fucking competitive. The Big West.
Yeah, the whole Big West Conference, and now, and see, and there's a reason why the Big West was competitive, which is now they're now called the WAC, which is now all the Big West and all WAC teams have now merged to become the WAC.
He said
the
Duke
Big West competitive.
He said Duke. He said it. He said Duke over. Yeah.
Thank you. And I agree. And I really agree. I mean, we all agree. But the reason why back then the Big West is so competitive, they scheduled top 5 schedules. Everybody in that damn conference did. No matter how, hell, even fucking Long Beach State, as sorry as they were, was scheduling top 10 teams, excuse me, y'all, on that schedule. So, yeah, Big West competitive back then.
I remember when the Long Beach State came to Memphis and blew Memphis out by 40 one time. That was embarrassing. At the Coliseum, that was one of the most embarrassing games in history, man. So they had to. They had a top 5 schedule. They had a top 5 schedule among those people, because you had BYU, University of New Mexico, which is always a tough team. You had what's those other, Long Beach State, San Jose State. You had those guys, to name a few. And Utah, that was a tough ass conference. But that was a tough ass conference to deal with. So that their mid-major teams, their mid-major conference was way different than the mid-majors they have now. These mid-majors, for the most part, they're not about nothing. But that Big West, they didn't call it the Big West for nothing.
Hell yeah. That Big West was the Big West Conference. Also in other news, Sean Miller, I think Sean Miller stepping down after this year. I did tell you that, right?
I didn't know that. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's stepping down as Arizona coach after this year. So I'm gonna put it like this. I don't know who can replace him. But this FBI shit, man. I mean, because when I sent you that link about them 2 actresses, Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin involved in that bribery scandal.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Corey Wolf. He even said it. He said shit. College athletes ain't the only one. They ain't the only ones. So, and from what I read, Lori Loughlin, she got out on $1 million bond. Somebody bailed out for $1 million. They dropped her daughter off from the Revlon. They severed ties with her daughter real quick for Revlon and shit like that. So they gonna give her money. Then Hallmark dropped her mama. So, and but Felicity Huffman, I think they say she's in the worst of it as well. And I'm like, man, this shit here. Yeah, you can't never say what money won't do, because this shit here. I mean, if you gotta buy your way into school, if you gotta do all this shit, what that says about you. Because all this shit that's going on, like right here, like I said, Sean Miller. Now Sean Miller, he's stepping down as Arizona coach. Okay, because he had a whole lot of shit on him. See, FBI, they study fucking with him because he admitted to no wrongdoing. FBI study fucking with him, and even Will Kane, and as much as I hate to admit it, and everybody nothing you can admit to not doing any wrong, doing out of still from if you stole from something from a mom and pop store around the corner from your house, they still gonna mess with you. He's right. They still gonna fuck. They go and and FBI study fucking with this man. So I mean, and really, I'm gonna say this: FBI, they're not done.
No, they're not.
They just start. Hold up, they just started.
Yeah,
they just started. How it's gonna be some? I'm gonna say this here. It's gonna be some high schools that's gonna get tagged too. Don't think they looking in the high schools now.
Yeah, it's gonna be some name droppers out there. That's best to believe that. So, so stay tuned, goddamn it, because it's gonna be.
There you go.
It's gonna be some name droppers. So,
hell yeah, because shit, FBI just started. They started with colleges. They finna start, and already got actors with all these colleges and stuff like that. And shit, high school sports gonna be next.
Mm-hmm.
For real, especially basketball. All the powerhouses in Memphis and Chicago. Well, Chicago, who I gotta get brushed on. What else? Power. Let's go one better. High school football. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the FBI is brave enough to attack somebody down there in your neck of the woods. You never know. But like you said, Jimmy, stay tuned.
Yeah, just stay tuned when it comes to that shit. Say Mark Godfrey is the next to resign. That's possible. I'll say that.
What did he say that?
He said Mark Godfrey is the next to resign. That's possible. I mean, no disputes there.
Where is he coaching at anyway? Who said that? MJ?
Yeah, he's in the. I'm looking at the chat room. I'm looking into the chat room because.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the chat room.
I don't even know where he coaching at because he got fired from. It seems Mark Godfrey can't keep a job, bro. Man, everywhere he go, he can't keep a job.
Man, he can't keep a job if they supplied him with everything he needed to keep a job. Shit. So it is what it is when it comes to Gilbert.
Yeah, where is Mark Godfrey coaching at anyway?
He was coaching at NC State, but he got fired.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know. It's interesting to see. So that's all I can tell you.
Yeah. Let's see. NBA. No. Well, let me go ahead on this here. Since what's the guy name in the chat room?
Cal Nortridge. He just said Cal Nortridge.
Well, ain't no telling Mark Godfrey. So. If he does, he does. He just needs to stay the fuck out of college. He needs to just need to quit coaching. But speaking of coaches and teams, who you think is gonna get the 80? Who you think gonna get the 86 this after this season? Because I already told you Mike Anderson from Arkansas gonna get it.
Yeah, Mike Anderson. If he don't get it this year, he's gonna get it next year. If he don't step his game up. This year, if they don't fire him this year, he's definitely going to get the axe next year.
He shouldn't have left Missouri. He should have just stayed his ass in Missouri, though.
Arkansas, I ain't gonna lie. Arkansas is a hard place not to turn down. And then he basically was the recruiting coordinator for Arkansas all those years that they was getting all those Memphis players because his wife is from Memphis. Mm-hmm. So thought it would be easier to coach there, but right now he's not able to get any of the guys from Memphis because he's losing them to either Tennessee or he's losing them to Memphis right now because of Penny Hardaway. So, because Penny Hardaway is locking down Memphis, his name is going to get. I mean, you're not going to be able to get them all. That's the thing. With Memphis got so much talent, you're not going to be able to get them all. Just like even in Chicago, you're not going to be able to get all the best talent in Chicago, even if
hell no.
Even if you recruit the guys. So, it's been hard. He ain't been able to recruit the way he wants to because Memphis is like his big base. And
right.
He had an opportunity to become the head coach of the Memphis Tigers when Calipari first left, but he turned it down to re-sign with Missouri. So, I mean, that I think he should have came to Memphis when they gave him the opportunity to. But
let me tell you this. He told Missouri to resign him. And then when he bolted for Arkansas, Frank Heath replaced him. And I didn't understand why Frank Heath left to take a job at Tulsa.
I think he was fired at Arkansas, from what I understand. I don't think he just took that job. I think he was.
Frank Heath was at Missouri.
Oh, Frank Heath. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the other coach. Okay, I'm sorry.
You think about John Pelfrey? No, John Pelfrey got fired. He got fired from Arkansas because he had a little laundry list of shit he didn't do. What he said he was gonna do, he didn't. So, but here's another one. I think the coach at Florida. You say you gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt because here's why. He can't coach worth a shit. I got a lot of reasons. I forgot the guy's name. Y'all can be happy to look him up. Marcus in the chat room. You can look him up for me. Jimmy, you too. He can't coach. For 2 straight seasons, your Florida Gators team has been predicted to be a Final Four team, let alone finish somewhere in the top 5 and the top 10. He fucked that up last year when they barely got into the NCAA tournament last year, and I really think that they barely going to make the NIT this year. He really got the same squad from last year this year.
Yeah,
they're not good offensively. They're not good defensively. He got players on that team. Yeah, and Florida fans, I'm calling your Florida Gator fans, your Florida basketball players out because there's some guys on that team that go in the business for themselves a little bit too much. And if you want to know what I mean by going into business for themselves, look at RJ Barrett from Duke. Selfish. That's a more way of saying that they're selfish. They selfish. They think about themselves. They're not all about the team. The coach that coach doesn't do nothing for me. I mean, because when he first arrived at Florida, he talked a good game, but the question was, did he know how to? If you're gonna talk a good game, you got to know how to play it, and you got to know how to back your words up. He so far has not done that.
But
Florida.
He's 2 years off of the Elite Eight, so that's the reason why I'm saying they're going to give him more time to. I could be wrong, but they're going to give him a little bit more time to. They're going to give him a little bit more time to do something because he's like a couple of years out from the Elite Eight, which he should have made the Final Four that year with the talent he had at Florida as well. So it is what it is.
But he gets. What's the coach's name, by the way?
Talking about for Florida. Mike White. Mike White.
Okay, Mike White. Now, Mike White, he recruited some hellfire talent on that team, man. But why you ain't got no business losing 14 games this year? Every year you losing double-digit games. Can you coach? Sure, he got to the Elite Eight, but he got to get on. He got to stay on his players. I will say it. I got the balls to say it. And if anybody that's a Florida Gator fan, whether you're a fan of the basketball team or you're a player for the basketball team, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Y'all asses don't want to compete. Period. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Anytime you get your ass whooped twice by a Kentucky team this year that's not any good. Oh yeah, they beat Tennessee. That was okay, yeah. Well, Kentucky was good enough to beat Tennessee. Okay, I'm not talking about Kentucky and Tennessee. I'm talking about Florida and Kentucky. Because Kentucky, to me, this year's Kentucky team is just fucking weak. Period. I don't want to talk about them no more. No more. I ain't gonna. Kentucky ain't gonna come out of my mouth. But they had opportunities to beat teams that they should have beat. Our honorable mention as far as disappointing team goes, Avery Johnson and the crew. Alabama always let everybody down come around for late February and March. They do all the time.
Well, again, it's hard to recruit Alabama.
But like you said, but to back up your point, what you said it's hard for Avery to recruit good top players in Alabama. And here's what I think what Avery need to do. He needs to step his shit up. He going to have to be more aggressive.
Yeah, but man, I think Avery should have never took that fucking job to begin with. That's my personal opinion.
You know, and I give him props for taking that job now. I mean, trying something new. Cause some pro coaches do succeed at college level, vice versa. This, you know, vice versa, whatnot, you know. But in the SEC, here's my thing, if you ain't learned nothing from guys like Nick Saban.
Yeah.
On about recruiting, that's why I put a long pause. And if none of these coaches, I don't care if it's in football, basketball, Nick Saban basically just gave you a blueprint of how he does things. And if you can't follow that blueprint, how you gonna expect to have a successful program?
I agree.
Harbaugh the same way. So Jim Harbaugh the same way. So I mean, I'm gonna say Mike White. Under the strength of Jimmy, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but you never know. But Mike Anderson, but like you and I both said, Mike Anderson from Arkansas, yeah, he's definitely gonna get the 86.
Yeah, I'm banking on it. If it ain't gonna happen this year, it's gonna happen next year. Barring that he does something next year, he does anything next year, is going to happen. Marcus Johnson also was talking about Danny Manning has 1 or 2 years to do something at Wake. I'm sorry, Marcus, but I don't think that motherfucker gonna do anything at Wake Forest. He should have stayed his ass at Tulsa. He should have stayed his ass right where he was. I'm gonna just be honest.
Yeah. As Jimmy said, let's keep it 1,010. I mean, he you know, Danny is the same. Let me put it like this: Danny Manning, Avery Johnson. Okay, Danny got to learn how to fucking recruit. Cause see, back in the day, Wake Forest was a motherfucking recruiting guys.
Yeah.
And you know, but Danny, I don't know what Danny wants to do. Hell, we all don't know what Danny wants to do. But Marcus is right. I say, you know, Wake Forest probably gonna get him 1 more year. If he don't do nothing, then whatever. Oh, and by the way, Josh Pastner was named. I didn't know last year Josh Pastner was named Coach of the Year for Georgia Tech.
Woo!
I did not know.
Are you serious?
Look him up.
Wow.
I forgot to mention that.
Wow.
The guy Jimmy that you love to hate, Josh Pastner, was named Coach of the Year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but yeah, he was named Coach of the Year.
Yeah, and he ain't doing shit right now either.
Mm-hmm. Wow. But getting gray hair early.
Yeah.
Well, if you got when you got a team in Atlanta area like that where they got 30-year-olds that thinking about getting in the rap game instead of getting a job, you had gray hair too.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you talking bad shit about Josh Pastner, but yeah, this fool made Coach of the Year when he got to Georgia Tech.
Well,
but
it's talent there though. That's the thing in basketball.
They got talent,
you know, because Kentucky for many years, especially under Pitino, as well as what's the guy Sutton. He was recruiting. He started the recruiting out of the Atlanta area. Eddie Sutton did. So yeah, it's talent there. So you know. And then Calipari has recruited many guys, quite a few guys out of the Atlanta area, Robert Dozier and Anthony Rice and stuff like that. So yeah, it's talent there.
Hey, you know something we was talking about Mike Anderson. You want me to tell you what kind of set him back?
Yeah.
That man had because you know Malik Monk
was
in the Arkansas area. He committed to Arkansas, and then he backpedaled and went to Calipari.
Yeah.
I think Malik Monk should have never done that. I said, because see, he was trying to, because Mike, see the difference between Mike Anderson and John Calipari. Mike was gonna let Malik do Malik. He wasn't gonna handicap him, not saying don't take shot. You ain't no 3-point shot or whatever. Calipari would always stay getting mad at Malik Monk hitting 3-pointers. That was his thing. Malik was a slasher slag. Put it like this. Malik Monk was an NBA 2K19 my player archetype build before it became popular. Okay. Not only was Malik Monk a slasher, but he also was a hell of a good 3-point shooter. And Calipari had to put his foot in his fucking mouth when Monk led the league in Malik Monk's only season at the SC in 3-point percentage at 46%. At 46, I'm just gonna say 47%.
Yeah.
And he shot 51% overall. And he was also on the defensive team. Just think if he was up under that Mike Anderson. Oh, God. Damn. No, I was just saying, oh, God. Just think if he was up under Mike Anderson.
Oh, he would have been.
Them numbers would have been better.
And then he missed another thing Mike Anderson had a problem with is he missed quite a few guys out of Arkansas that was pretty good. That was pretty good as well. He missed some guys well, especially in the Little Rock area, because every once in a while, that Little Rock, North Little Rock area, you know, have talent. You know, every once in a while, their talent, they have a shitload of talent coming out of there, or they'll get a influx of talent coming out of there as well. So I don't know. Mike Anderson might be gone, but you know, that don't mean he can't coach. I think he can coach. I think he hasn't been able to do what he wants, you know, in terms
as far as recruiting.
Yeah, so but you know, Arkansas fans is not trying to hear that either, though. So he's got to do something next year, or he's up out of there. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, that's it. So he's really the only one. Yeah, man. This LeBron situation. Well, did you check out that link I sent you? The Utah Jazz owner in response to what Russell Westbrook has said, or as you call Russell Westhaven.
I haven't been able to look at it. What's up?
Well, I haven't been able to look at it either, but they say she took some. They said she kind of stood her ground. Said she dissed him at first, but then she acknowledged he had a little point on some things, from what I heard. But I'm gonna take a look at the video myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I you know, I think it's bad. They said because you hardly hear anything about the Utah Jazz's owner until now.
Yeah, but the way the Jazz handled that, the way the NBA handled that, because the NBA could have stepped in and did something about that. They need to do something about fans heckling and getting in people's getting into personal space and stuff like that. You know, granted, if it's a situation where the kid hugged Steve Austin and the security guard got in the way, okay, in a situation like that where the guy's receptive to it, okay, that's cool. But don't be getting in their personal space and they don't want you in their personal space. Because I know kids is going to be kids. I mean, kids are going to be kids and stuff like that. That's a little different. That's a little bit more acceptable. But at the same time, you got to secure these players who come to do a job, who come to make the big bucks. You know what I'm saying? To give y'all a show, man. You can't mess with the show. You can't give people a show if you suspend it. You know what I'm saying? Give people a show if you got hecklers. So that needs to be, Adam Silver needs to G-check that, you know, ASAP. So it is what it is when it comes to that.
Most definitely. And then even Jimmy, I know you like LeBron, but let's keep it 1,010 here. And if Marcus Marcus is still joining us on the chat room, he could, if he's still joining us along with others, y'all gotta admit, LeBron is a terrible teammate, dog. I'm sorry. I respect LeBron, the man outside the NBA. But inside the NBA, he's terrible. He's a terrible teammate.
Yeah, he needs to be a better leader. I will admit, but who else you heard that about? It's players. That's not a new thing because a lot of people said Wilt Chamberlain, who was known at his time as probably the greatest player of all time in his day, he was known as a terrible teammate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he scored all the points he wanted to, but they said he was a terrible teammate, especially when he was scoring all those points. So, I mean, it is what it is when it came to. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Your mic doing that DSL breakup.
Yeah, the NBA, the Lakers organization need to do something. I'll say that. The Lakers organization need to do something, man.
And I think I asked again, you think it's all you think all the fingers need to be on Magic on this one?
I can't put all the fingers on Magic because Magic is trying to do the best he can as a GM. So a lot of that is more.
No, Rob Pelinka is the GM. You mean the owner?
Well, but also Magic has a lot of say so too, though. That's the thing. Magic have say so. So let's just keep it 1,010. He has a lot of say so. So yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I think the blame could go three ways. I'll say this. Magic, because he does have say so. Goddamn Luke Walton ass in LeBron. Granted that LeBron been hurt most of the year, but you gotta get in the playoff position, because Laker fans don't accept mediocrity. You're in a whole nother city. So it is what it is when it comes to that.
Yeah. Because it's like when, like we're saying, like all the things is pointing at, because like you said about what things ain't being said, haven't been said about all other players about them being terrible teammates. A lot of people's 50-50 about saying that how bad of a teammate Michael Jordan was. But Jordan, on the other hand, if you sucked, he didn't call you out publicly. He told your ass on to put your sides like, look, you got to get better. I mean, we all, all these teams had horrendous teammates. Hell, even in your workplace, at your work, even at your place of employment, you have horrendous coworkers. You had them ones that come in all day that don't do. And Jimmy, you and I, me and you, we can relate because we worked at one that has the most terrible, horrendous
management.
Not just management. People. What management, what leadership does count, and it all falls with the management. But in reality, it falls with the people they hire as ramp agents, and some of the people that they hire as checkers. Because I could tell the story. I could tell the story now. When I went back to Days back in 2012, and then later on, I just saw how some of the ramp agents weren't terrible. They were good, with the exception of one, because man, he had an attitude problem. He stayed having an attitude problem every day and shit. And I thought females had more attitude, had the better attitude problems at times, but I worked with some coworkers, man. They were just fucking lazy. They kissed a lot of ass.
Yeah.
That made the lazy ass kissers, them are really the worst co-workers to have around. And Jimmy on Let's Draw on Something coming up for Facebook probably Sunday. Well, it's gonna be Sunday depending on how you feel. I'm gonna address that about on myself. Like a lot of people say that I'm a bad, that I was a terrible co-worker. I'm trying to figure out how I was a terrible co-worker when one, I took up for myself. When you come up in my face, and if I get up in your face about you not helping me, and you opt instead, like there's one young guy I work with. This was about 5 years ago. He's supposed to help me do something on non-con, but unloading the non-con, so that way I wouldn't have much to do. So instead, this motherfucker, instead of him just helping me do what I do, he brings my shit in, parks it at the not for it to be unloaded. He parked me about 9 cars for me to do. And he took his ass in there and talked to his friends about some little motherfucking party. I was hot as a motherfucker about that shit. Yeah. But I got done for everybody. And I told him in his face, I said, dude, I said, if you didn't feel like doing the job that our boss told you to do, you shouldn't have done it. She should have sent your ass home.
Yeah.
I told him that to his face. So, he had them little Bucky, I'm not going to say his name, but, he had them old Bucky ass beaver teeth talking about some, man, fuck you, nigga. I said, no, I got a woman in that department for that. You can't fuck me, dog. That let me know something. I said, yeah, you talking about fucking me, shit. There's something wrong with you. You sure you a man? And I busted him out right in front of everybody. He got hot. Young nigga, you have horrible coworkers. You have horrible leadership. Everywhere. But shit, it is all the shit that's been said about LeBron, it ain't been said before. But here's the thing, and then LeBron, he's a Capricorn. Capricorns don't own up to shit.
Yeah, Capricorns typically can be very, very arrogant. So that's the thing about Capricorns and stuff like that. They're good people in terms of, like, if you got a Capricorn friend, they can be some of the best friends in the world. But they.
Well, you were talking to you had the honor of talking to a Capricorn parent last Friday.
Yeah, most definitely. So, but
yeah, my mom. So.
yeah, Cancers and Capricorn have a lot in common, but there's a slight difference between the two. Definitely, there's definitely difference between the two. A lot in common, but there's a lot of
the Capricorns. Well, because now they said the Capricorn's born in July. The Capricorn's born in July. The Cancer's born in July. That's especially the men. They can be some straight up assholes. They don't want you all in their personal business, but they'll sure get up in yours. Not you, because you were born the ones that was born in July. You were born in June, so.
I'm a June baby, yeah. So yeah, I'm a June baby.
But they said something. Some of the ones they don't want. They'll be quick enough. The ones that's born in July mainly will be quick enough to get up somebody else's private life, but they don't want you all in theirs.
Yeah, we're private people in general, so that it is what it is when it comes to that. But yeah, with LeBron, LeBron got to step it up, man. LeBron got to step it up. So
he's still the greatest player all time. He's the greatest whiner all time.
You got 3 championships out of 10 appearances, I should say. Come on, get the fuck out of here. You ain't, and you lose to the same team over and over again the same way. Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? So people make excuses for LeBron, but I look at it like this, bro. You held to a higher standard. If you go be in the league if you're gonna be mentioned in the league of Michael Jordan, you need to play like it. That's the thing. You need to play like Jordan.
And Skip Bayless always tells Shannon Sharp. He said, "Okay, 3 out of 9, 6." He told Shannon Sharp, said, "Shannon, in your mind, 3 championships out of 9 finals appearances is better than 6 out of 8." He said, "That's in your mind." He said, "But let's face the reality: 6 championships in 8 years is better," and that's true.
Exactly, man. You gotta do better than that, man. And the thing with LeBron is LeBron have not stepped up when he had to, man. He has not came through when he had to. He hasn't made the big shot when he had to. So it is what it is when it comes to that, man. But on a high school level, Bearden is beating the shit out of Whitehaven right now, which I kind of warned people about that game because Bearden brings out some great teams in basketball, man. They got a tall white boy just shooting that bitch too, man.
Damn.
Up there, man. The fuck? They're losing 51-32, but anything can happen. Because one thing I know about Coach Phillips ain't no joke, but they're getting beat down right now in the third quarter. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what happens for the rest of the game, though. But
yeah,
they got this white boy. He looked like he about 6'10" or 6'11". But he's shooting that bitch though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Them stretch bigs, man.
Yeah, he big as hell. Yeah. So,
yep. Man, go ahead.
No, it was 3 minutes to. It's 3.5 minutes to go in the game. So,
that's a loss, bro.
I'm sorry, third quarter. I'm in the third quarter. My bad. It's in the third quarter. It's 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. So, we'll see what's happening. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and man, here's another thing. I saw this post on this group of Facebook. Okay, so we finna get into a real topic, and Jimmy and I, we have discussed this thoroughly. This young lady in this group on Facebook, I joined it. Something about I'll pull the name up. It was a group I recently joined, and this young lady put up a post by saying, and I'll quote, "Men without children scare me." Close quote. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Jimmy Jam and I, we are getting ready to once again tell you young ladies something. And we're also going to tell you young men something, because I've been guilty of it in the past, and I'm not going to go into detail about my personal life on here, my past personal life with relationships and stuff go. We are going to tell you ladies one time and one time only. It's best you do date a man without children than with children. Because if you date a man that has a multitude of fucking children, that's bad for business. I repeat, that is bad for business. That's a bad look on you, because you may be the next baby mama he'll leave for, and then when y'all break off, you've been insulted with some other chicken here that already got a stomach full bound, not from food. Okay.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, ladies, something. Fellas, you fall in this category too. Don't date a woman that got a multitude of children.
Same thing, yeah.
That's bad for business.
Exactly.
You know, because I'm not going to talk about it on my end. I've done it once. I've done it a couple times. And sometimes it does have perks, then again it don't, because them ones, fellas, if you date a woman that got like 2, 3, or 4 kids, they get stuck on their fucking ways so much. And it's been known, and a friend of mine told me about this, and this is a true fact. Every woman that a man sleeps, different woman that a man sleeps with and has a child by, she gains their spirit. And I said this on Let's Draw on Something. On the Let's Draw on Something show. That is true. Because you get all they fuck ways and shit. You get their ways, how they fuck people over. And Jimmy, I'm going to admit on here, and anybody that's listening, there was one point in time, you know, I began to hate women.
Yeah.
And it's not saying, so that meant you was get ready to be gay. No, I'm far from gay. Cause I have sex with I have and had sex with women just like any other man would. So, but I used to hate them because you know they're and in some ways they still are. You got some that are still selfish. I'm not gonna say that they're stupid or let alone they just don't know any better. They're not used to anything. So, ladies, if dating a man with children scares you, then you got the problem. It shouldn't scare you. It should not fucking scare you at all. That don't make them down. That does not make a man down low and all this other stuff. So I wanted to respond to the young lady's question, but I didn't. But I'm going to say this. I mean, if you know, ladies, if dating a man with no children does scare you, what would you rather for him to have a multitude of children and deal with them deal with all his different baby mamas?
Exactly, because that's not going
blowing up the phone. Because if you like that, hey, then as they said back in the 70s, right on, more power to you. You know, but some of y'all need to stop acting. Some of y'all need to stop acting selfish. And try the guy out. Now, if I'm talking about if now I can sit now, and there has been said that one woman said something about that a guy she dated, he said later in life, he said that he does want children, said because he just wants two and that's it. She said that kind of pushed her away from him. And guess what? She fucked around and had a baby by some old nothing happening ass nigga. And then she come across worrying about what the dude that she pushed away from, what he up to. Y'all wouldn't want to stop doing that shit. I mean, but it's a female's nature. And I'm not gonna mess around and say the wrong thing, but it is, y'all really need to grow y'all set. And to quote one of my classmates or somewhat he said what his late mother had told him, she said, just because when you get grown, don't let folks know you are grown. That's a true fucking statement, because the more you let people know you've grown, you haven't grown up. And a lot of women still fall under this category. They haven't grown up yet. I have yet to meet, Jimmy, I'm going to say this. I have yet to meet a woman that is between your age, Marcus Johnson, if he's in the chat room, his age, my age, and up, that is fucking mature. I have yet to meet that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm like, well, what the hell? I mean, you want somebody that's thuggish, that's going to dog you out, stuff like that. So, ladies, y'all need to quit with that bullshit, that selfish ass shit. Yeah. I don't want a man with a child to scare me. Girl, he said he wanted about 2 kids. I had to cut that loose. I ain't going to be with him.
Let me interject on this one. First of all, if that female's saying some shit right there like that, you need to get as far away from that dumbass female as possible, because she doesn't want nothing out of life anyway. I don't want to have to force nobody to give me what I want. If I want kids and they be like, well, I'm not finna have, no, fuck you. I don't need you. You don't need to be, I don't need to be with you to begin with. So that's not even that shouldn't even, I shouldn't even have, I don't even want to deal with that. That's the first foremost thing, man. We should go after people that's quality and not quantity, man. And that's the type of female that's a quantity type female that that don't need, she don't deserve a good man. A female like that can get just what she deserves. That's the way I look at a female like that, man. So if I have to go through a power struggle with a female at this age, I'm not going to go through no power struggle with no chick. I don't have time for that. I mean, I'll charge you for the game quick. And a chick like that, that's nothing but a hood. That's hood rat talk. The day is late for hood rats, man. She can have that shit, bro. That's the way I look at it, man. But go ahead and finish, brother.
But here's another thing. And I'm gonna tell you, female, something. In light of what Jimmy say, what Jimmy J just told y'all, what he said. Don't get mad. Just say let's say if Jimmy J met a female right now and she tell him his face, I don't want to have no kid by you. Like, okay, don't get mad at him months or a year later and you see him with a woman and he got her stomach full. Don't get mad at him.
Exactly.
I'm just saying it's him. Or don't get mad at that dude. You need to get mad at you. You need to get mad at your goddamn. You need to get mad at your damn self. It's your fault. And it's all, I'm gonna say this: it's all your fault. If you had just gave the man what he want, you wouldn't be in. None of this wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but
but you still got some folks. you know, you still got some folks that listen to their mamas and stuff like that that don't know shit or whatever. And you know, and wanted, and you know, we both wanted moms who has been the most requested return to Noelle on this subject, but she said no, and which is understandable. Cause man, she gets true. You want somebody with some old school insight on that? And I remember something what she told me. She said that what sickens her most, and she's a female, and she has every right to say this. She said she gets sick and tired of females that be that same way too. Going out here, it said it's men out here that want to have children by women that they like, and this is a direct quote. And this is what she said. She said, it's bad. It said, it's men out here that like women that want to have children by them, and said, these stupid ass bitches want to lay up with these old nothing happening ass niggas and give them babies that they don't need to have, that they don't need by them. She said it. And like I said, my moms don't cuss, man, but that much. She doesn't say, she doesn't drop F-bombs or something like that. She'll say ass and bitch and stuff like that. But if she gets saying F-bombs, she pissed the fuck off. But what she said was real talk. And she had it right to say it, because, you know, women can't stand other women.
Yeah.
You know? So look, man, y'all ladies, y'all need to quit that shit for real. And I'm gonna say this, you know, like when females be talking about they don't want to have no kids. Man, let me tell y'all something right now. 40 is the new 20 as far as these women having these babies go, bro. These women is in their early, mid, late 40s, still having babies, healthy as they can be. Sly Stallone's ex-wife, his second ex-wife, Bridget Nielsen. She ain't be too long had a she'll be 53 this year. She ain't be too long had a baby.
Yeah.
And her husband 36.
But a lot of them movie stars be getting shots and stuff like that, hormone shots.
No, she didn't get she didn't get no shots. She did the old school way.
But a lot of them do. That's what I'm saying. A lot of them do.
Yeah, a lot do. But she clarified that up and said, "No, we did it the old way. We did it like we first came here."
Yeah. So.
And I don't see how Sly Stallone messed that up. Cause when she did, cause see, when she was in Rocky, no, when she was in Apollo 2, no, Creed 2, she was pregnant then.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was pregnant then.
Well, with Bridget Nielsen, Hollywood basically ran her out because she had with Sly Stallone and the people that was running shit. That's the reason why you see her in a lot of DVD to home to DVD videos and stuff like that for now, because she's not really in Hollywood like that no more. She went back to her home country for the most part, because, you know, she basically got with Stallone just for clout chasing, and they was like, hell no. And you were talking about a prime Sly Stallone. Anything to do with Stallone, to do with the people that ran Hollywood, ran her out. Those executives ran her out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and she still got some bread, bro. She far from broke. She still got some bread. So
yeah, she got bread, but like they basically when she divorced Sylvester Stallone, people saw that wasn't going to work out, so they kind of she kind of pretty much got blackballed for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Per se.
But you know, my man, it's just a killing part. And I'm gonna say this here, because I did say like on my end about like relationships, you know, me being recently divorced, man, you know, being divorced now, I kind of think, you know, and you know, honestly and truly, you know, I would say dating isn't for me, but then again, it's not for me. I'm neutral. Cause man, you know, I look at it like shit. Here I am, I'm 40 years old. You know what I got off of a woman. You know, some women, you know, you got some little very shallow, crossed mind women out there. You know, cause like I met one at Buffalo Wild Wings last week. And see, and my dumb ass, I didn't get, I didn't get a fucking number. This chick was fine. This woman's fine as hell. Ain't no war. She's fine as hell. And she said this when I told her what was going on with me. I said, well, yeah, I had to, I was being honest. I said, yeah, after I got divorced, I moved back with my mom to help her out after Pops passed away. Some women will frown on that shit. But this woman said, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. And if people got a problem with it, and then they the one got the problem. She said, because you gotta help, hey, if you had, it said take a, and she even said it take a real man to move back with his mom to help her out while in the process getting himself back together. But some women look at it like, well, ooh, a girl, he's shacking off Craig shacking off with his mama. He ain't doing shit because he ain't had nowhere else to go. He ain't got no car. What I look like dating a man and live with his mama and ain't got no car. Let me see. Boy, Corey just sent us a link on something. He ain't got no car. Whoa. Hold up. Breaking news. Hold it thought. Breaking news. Ryan Tannehill traded from the Dolphins to the Titans.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Hold on. Let me get. Who the fuck is Tennessee gonna get his hoe? This is odd. That's a stupid ass move.
Now they have no starting caliber. Well, you said that they needed to trade Tannehill. You just said it on this live stream.
But not to the fucking Titans, goddammit. Come on.
Wait, don't get mad with me. You said they needed to trade Tannehill.
Who the fuck? Come on, dude. Not to the fucking Titans. They need to trade him.
Wait a minute, Jimmy. Wait a minute. Anybody in this chat room, please answer this question. Did Jimmy J. Smooth not say that Miami need to trade Ryan Tannehill?
Not to the damn Titans. That's the fucking thing about the fuck? Who knows this motherfucker?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
No, not to that motherfucker. Come on now.
Well, hey, I gotta laugh, bro, baby. You wait. You said it.
But just because I say he should go to Tennessee, don't mean just because he should be traded.
But see, you said it sarcastically. It's like somebody. Wait a minute. It's like somebody in Miami heard your ass. I'm tripping. Hey, you want me to see you? Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You want me to? Hey, it's a liquor store that's like right across the street from where I live at. You want me to FedEx you some shot by fit for JD?
Man,
oh my God.
I can't even drink liquor right now, bro.
Oh my God. I cannot believe it. Jimmy J said that they need to trade Ryan Tannehill.
Not to Tennessee. That's my thing.
Not to Tennessee. Damn. Wow.
Not to fucking Tennessee.
We had to do a breaking news on that because we're gonna get on the subject about this back to the relationship thing. But yeah, that does shake up the quarterback situation. But on the other hand, I'm gonna put it like this. Anything better? Well, put it like this: anything better than Mariota?
Man, if Mariota loses his position to Ryan Tannehill, he doesn't need to be in the NFL. The issue with Mariota is he's hurt. That's his biggest issue. He stays hurt. That's his.
But see, and then what makes it so bad? Tennessee got the offensive line though.
Say what now?
Tennessee got an offensive line.
Are you serious? They offensive line give up a shitload of sacks. Come on, dude. What
I said that. That's that. But I'm being funny about that. I'm not being truthful. I'm being funny.
Damn, they give up more sacks than goddamn HEB at the HEB grocery store, nigga. Come on,
damn.
dog.
I was being funny. I ain't being for real. Well, the last time Tennessee did have a damn good offensive line was when Steve McNair was under center.
Yeah, they had
and dare I say it, went Kerry Collins. So Kerry Collins and Vince Young were quarterbacking there. So
yeah, he said my boy saying it's a good move, but I don't know, bro.
Who, Marcus?
Our boy in the chat, man. But I disagree with that, bro. I'll take anybody over fucking Ryan Tannehill.
Yo, Corey, he said it makes sense for the Titans. They needed a better backup than Gabbert. Okay, that's true.
Man, I don't know, bro. I wouldn't have made no trade for that hoe. But
oh my god, I can't. Oh, but okay, but enough of that breaking news. Ryan Tannehill is no longer a Dolphins quarterback.
But he's also saying if Mariota is let go after this year, they have a bridge quarterback for a season or two in Tannehill. But that dude, I don't know about no fucking Tannehill, bro. I'm sorry. They needed to trade him, but hell, don't trade that. I mean, I don't know, bro. You can have that hoe can have that shit.
I got nothing to say but the fact that Jimmy J called it on his live stream day. I can't believe that shit. But not to no Titans. Damn. They could have traded him to the Bears. Yeah, and I ain't a Bears fan. I mean, but at least Tannehill would have some resurgence, even though the Bears ain't gonna have a number one defense next year.
Yeah.
Because Fangio gone.
Yeah, I think they should have traded him to the Bears before they traded him to the Tennessee Titans. Shit, that's the way I look at it. But it is what it is when it comes.
Yeah. But let's get back on the subject, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, like I said, I'm, but these days, I'm a little bit hesitant about dating, man. Because like sometimes, man, I'm be honest with you, there are some women out there that I don't trust. There's some women out there that I kind of person know that I don't trust them as far as that department. I'm not saying names. There are some that I know that have potential, but there are also those ones that need to get out of their fuck ways. And them getting out of their fuck ways when it comes to me, it's like telling the snake to be good.
Yeah, but my thing is, motherfuckers gonna get with who they gonna get with. It's just you have to search in the right places and stuff like that. And Memphis is not the best market to even think about dating because the dating scene in Memphis is just it's
too hoodish though. I don't even want. I mean, the only way I date somebody in Memphis, only way I date somebody in Memphis is if I'm desperate.
Yeah, Memphis is more like a city. You go smash something and then keep it moving. Basically, that's basically subliminal for what I wanted to say. Yeah, I would say smash and dash. Yeah, that's basically a smash and dash city because half the females out there, they not qualified to get with a good man. I'm gonna just be honest with you, bro. So I wouldn't take what these dumbass females out there say. I don't even take those dumbass females out there say serious. So that's the way I look at it. So man, it is what it is when it comes to that, man. So don't get frustrated with these.
No, I ain't frustrated. I ain't frustrated. I was gonna tell you how I feel. SMH, shake my head. Cause some of these women, they don't want. Some of these women don't want to change, and like I said, they still be stuck in their old fuck ways and shit. But no. And I'm gonna tell you something else here. South Haven. I'm gonna tell you another city. South Haven be the same fucking way.
Yeah.
Excuse me. South Haven South Haven getting to be the same way. But I see a whole lot of people. Like one guy I was talking with this what was that one recently? I went to Fox and Hound a couple weeks ago. One guy hollered at the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, he was just being cool and shit with and stuff like that. And then she was telling, and I was overhearing her tell the bartender telling one of the guys talking about he busy trying to flirt with me and stuff like that. And stuff. So I didn't say nothing. So I waited till she left and I told the dude, I said, dude, I said, just because she got that ring on don't mean she necessarily with somebody. I said she wearing, sometimes and it's a known fact.
Yeah. Oh, I need to update a score. Florida Gators just beat LSU with a game-winning 3-pointer by Nembhard. So,
what the fuck?
Yeah, they'll be advancing in the SEC semifinals. Nebraska is playing Wisconsin, and they're losing. U of H had won their quarterfinal game. Michigan State won. So yeah, those are the updates. Tennessee played Mississippi State and Duke Carolina. We're gonna get Duke Carolina sooner than we expect. Oh yes, sir. Oh yeah.
Whoa, what time? I got to go to Fox Hughes and catch that shit.
8 p.m. I'm probably not gonna watch the game because I gotta help my boy fix his house. If he called me. If he don't, then I'll be able to watch the
motherfucker.
By the way, Whitehaven just lost to Knoxville Bearden, so they're going to be in the state championship game, barring the winner of East and Brentwood. I pretty much got East winning that game, but you never know because every once in a while, them country boys pulls it off. But them boys from Bearden, I kind of warn people, because I didn't expect too much. They all Memphis finals because Bearden is one of those teams out of Knoxville. They'll surprise you because a couple of years ago they were like 37-1 one year out of Knoxville. So, they have a pretty good team out there. So hopefully East hold it down for us this year. So got one more Memphis team. Wooddale is already advanced in the 2A final, waiting on the winner for Fulton game. So it is what it is when it comes to that.
I can't believe it. So Duke and Carolina tonight.
Duke in Carolina tonight.
Part 3.
Nigga.
Damn.
Part 3. Now, if Duke beat North Carolina again, North Carolina beat Duke again, man. What does that say?
I think it can happen, though. I think it can happen.
Yeah.
I rather that really shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere tonight and catch that shit.
Yes, sir.
Damn. That's something there, bro. That is something. Yeah. Duke and Carolina. But yeah, man, like I said, back with the final topic at hand, I'm not frustrated or anything like that, about me not being in the dating scene. I just shake my head at these females here. And we were talking about like how South Haven folks getting be the same way, shit, because it's most of South Haven is 50-50 predominant is 50-50 white and black. Let me take that back. 50% white, 40% black, 10% Hispanic. Because because you see more, because you see more, here you see more white women talking to the black men, whereas I shared a story with you years ago about what happened when I had to, when a manager from old manager for Fox and Hound, he's no longer there. He called himself getting mad with me because he thought I was hitting on one of the waitresses when all it was just doing business with her. That's all it was. It just go to show how shallow minded some people, some of us are. But hey, these women down, and then some of these girls down here, and along with the white women too, they're crafty about what to say to a man, what not to say. Sometimes, I don't even bother trying to, if I'm by myself somewhere, if I sit at a bar, I'm sitting at a table, I'm on my phone and eating, I don't even try to hit on something. I don't even make an attempt to try to hit on somebody. I don't, because I kind of can tell how some of them are and stuff like that just by looking. And I don't necessarily go to different bars or pubs or sports bars just to pick up women. It ain't my style. I just go there just to catch a game, get a few drinks, eat some, and dip. That's it.
Yeah.
Like you said, Memphis is more smash and grab. South Haven. I'm put it like this. Well, I said Memphis is smash and grab, smash and dash. South Haven is more. I'm gonna put it like this. South Haven is becoming a mix of between the smash and grab, but South Haven is now with a woman. It's smash it and keep it.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I think, because that's what I see in some of these folks down here. But I mean, me, I'm like this here. And I'm publicly saying this. A woman losing out with me. I'm not a hoe now. Yeah, maybe back then, my younger years, like when I was 19 or 20, yeah, I talked to different women. But I mean, if I'm put it like this, if I get with a woman that like me, unknown to her, she got to put in some work.
I heard that.
I'm being funny. She got to put in some work. I ain't saying like kiss my ass and all that. You got to convince me that you want to be with me.
I feel you.
You can't accept. You can't do. You can't say, "Oh, Craig, well, I like you, but you did this and that." No, it ain't a but. It's either if you want to be with my ass or not. If you want to be with me, fine. If not, fine. Just keep it moving. We'll have this last meal together, and if you want to be with me, let's not make this first dinner date our last. But if you don't want to be with me, hey, let's make this dinner date our last. Hey, you go your way, I go my way. That's it. That's how I need to be. And and here's another thing, ladies. Stop listening to some of your friends about who you date. That's the number one killer. Cause the ones that's telling y'all ass shit, they ain't got no man. They probably ain't got no man. Or fellas the same way. Fellas, don't be telling your friends about what chick you dating, because 9 times out of 10, ladies and fellas, your friends you tell it to just as fucking miserable as everybody else.
Well, I have to interject on that, because guys, we have a little bit more. A bitch ass dude hating on another man ain't cool. We have a code among men. Like, if you hating on another dude about another chick, if you're a gossiping ass dude, that's the type of shit that'll get your ass stumped out. So you can't you can't do the same shit with guys. Now, there are some guys that don't know shit from Shiola about dating. I do get that. And you should peep that the moment you hang out with your boys. But in most dudes, we got a code of conduct among men, dog. A little bit more than women when it comes to the fuckboy shit in terms of deliberately giving somebody bad advice. Because women out there, they bad dating advice. Let's just keep that above.
They get very bad. They get bad dating advice.
Yeah, a lot of them do. They deliberately
give.
And with guys, if you do that and we know you on some fuck shit, like, like you get your ass stumped out for some whole ass shit like that. You know, that's just not man like. So it's a little different. It's a little different avenue right there, bro. So that it is what it is when it comes.
Yeah.
You'll say this. Watch out who you give advice, who you take advice from, because
Yeah.
everybody's advice is best advice. You know what I'm saying? See what their track record is. See how they handle, how they get down is. You know what I'm saying? What kind of success they got in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, with guys, man, if you see the guy that is the ladies' man and that know what the fuck you talking about, and you know he got his receipt games in order, then you take advice from that. Same thing with women, man. You see a woman with in a relationship she want to be in and stuff like that. You take advice from that, and not only in a relationship, but is happy in her relationship. Don't just take advice from a motherfucker. Well, just because they've been married to a motherfucker 40 years, you know what I'm saying? That means they know what the fuck they talking about. That motherfucker might have been in a shotgun marriage for all you know, and they give you their business. You know what I'm saying? Because there were a lot of shotgun marriages in our parents' grandparents' day. There was a lot of shotgun marriages.
Oh hell yeah!
But look at the get down. Look at how happy these couples are. If you see them just dealing with just tolerating their significant other and not loving their significant other, don't take no advice from that motherfucker, because that motherfucker is gonna set you up for failure. That's the way I look at it right now. So you can see, you know, common sense will tell you who to take advice from and who not to take dating advice from.
Hell yeah. Agreed. Yep. Well, shit. Well, we didn't cover everything, and Jimmy Jam gave me the best news tonight, so I'm definitely gonna catch my boys tonight. So,
yeah,
Carolina and Duke Part 3. Damn.
I'm shocked that it's Carolina Duke Part 3, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna try to take a look at it if I ain't too busy tonight, man. So, well, you got anything else before I get on down and close it out?
No, that's it, man. That is it, because I got some stuff I gotta do myself. I'm probably gonna debating about the shit. I think the barbershop closed. I think they closed either 4 or 5 today. Probably go get over here to the barbershop, get my hair cut today. If not, I'll just get it early in the fucking morning. So I'll probably go do that, and then just you know, kind of just chill out for the remainder of the day till Duke and Carolina come on.
Yeah. So once again, this your boy, man, live and direct in full effect out the 832 with my boy out the 662, and y'all already know how we do. Peace out and good night.